Today I'm gonna show you what a dealer pays for this Denali Duramax GMC Sierra. Somebody trying to get out of that car, it's knocking. You open it up, rain board comes down. I like that feature. Check this out. See that under the hood? Is that a phone? Somebody leave their phone. Oh no, I'm ridiculous. That's an extra rear view mirror. See if we can get a cool shot here. All right, it's gonna roll over my camera. I love this auction because they always have something cool to look at. Check that out. Look at that. The inside, this is original. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I love this kind of stuff. Going out. There he goes. Got to jump to get in there, and he's 8 feet tall. There goes the toaster. Let's everyone in the comments say Brandon needs a new this, whatever this is. North Carolina weather. So last week it was like 80 degrees. I was in shorts and sweating like crazy out here on the asphalt. It was sunny, no wind. Now today it's like 50 degrees and windy, and I'm in a hoodie and still a little bit chilly. All right, here's an Accord we can check out. This is a 2011. It's got 174,000 miles, so higher mileage, higher than what we usually check out to show you guys, but it's an Accord. So get a lot of questions about Accords. Front end, you see it's got a scrape there. Other than that, the outside body, actually tires look almost new. Got some scratches, dents, dings here and there, but you would expect that with a car that's this old. And but other than those little few places, dirty pollen, normal North Carolina pollen. All right, we got this Honda, it's 2011. Trying to start at $6,000. Drop down to $3,000. Oh, see if we can get a cool shot here. All right, inside. Looks okay. A little bit of stainage on the seat, not too bad. Worse stainage over there. Back seats, I can't really tell if they're stains or not back there. Is that a phone? Somebody leave their phone. Oh no, I'm ridiculous. That's an extra rear view mirror, and because phones are so big now, I thought that might be a phone, and it's not. It's a rear view mirror cover replacement, whatever, and it's probably because it's got some junk on that rear view mirror. And other than that, though, looks pretty good. But we'll check it, see what it brings. All right, they got $5,000. 51. All right, it's gonna roll over my camera. There it goes. All right, let's see if everything's okay. No, we're good. We're at $5,600. We're at $5,700 on that Accord. They brought $5,700 and they sold it. They sold it. Not only do they auction off cars here, but they auction off toasters. You see right here, we have this new gas-powered toaster, and the reason why you know it's a toaster is because the top goes back. So you put toast in, toast comes out. It's the size of a toaster. Is this Joe kidding at all? Probably not. It's a little car. I don't like them. All right, this is a 2016 GMC Denali Duramax HD with 91,000 miles. This is Sierra. No rust, no rust. This is going to be a very expensive truck. The body looks good. Yeah. It doesn't even look like it's really been worked in. Usually you'll see scratches, dents, dings, something like that, but this one doesn't have any of that. It looks good. All right, here's that Denali. Trying to start at $39,000. No bidders. Drop down to $33,000. All right, inside. Not too bad. A little dirty. You get this with the GMCs. You see them on the Yukons, the Chevy Silverados, Tahoe Suburbans. These seats that they put in, I don't know if they had the material that was way too tight or if it's just cheaper, but you always get these pressure cracks in these things. You always get the where the leather is messed up in these seats. There, you got it on that side too. It's been ripped. Steering wheel worn down a little bit. Outside body looks way better on this thing than the inside does. Just keep that in mind when we're checking it out. But overall, I think it looks pretty good for what it is. Probably gonna need some tires soon, but we'll check it and see what a dealer's gonna pay for this. right, we got bids coming in now. 33.5. Up to 35. Somebody jumped up to 35. It's going to roll out. We're still bidding on it. We're at $35,000 on that truck. Brought $35,000. They put on a phone call, put on an if bid. So real quick, a if bid, a phone call means the exact same thing. It means that the amount of money that the car brought in the lane is not as high as what the seller wanted or the seller's reserve. So they're going to try to get the deal done, put the deal together between buyer and seller after the sale. Usually involves some negotiation back and forth. That's what happens after the auction. All right, let's check this Mustang. It is 2018. It's got 109,000 miles. I like the front end on this thing. That looks mean. It's a convertible. Now is the time to be buying and selling convertibles. We're coming right up on spring, but you have to check the tops of these convertibles because obviously they get holes, they can get rips, and they are very expensive to change. It looks like this one needs tires. Somebody dogged this thing out. You can take little clues from it. It's weird. I guess they just put the rear tires on the front, just switched them around, but the front tires are bald, back tires are okay. Outside body looks pretty good. Yeah, I don't see any big dents, dings, little dent there. I don't know if you can tell. All right, we got this convertible Mustang. They say when the top goes down, the price goes up. Try to start at $12,000, no bid on it. Dropped it down to $9,000. We got bids coming in. All right, inside. Inside is just okay. Yeah, you got some wear there. It's probably a larger person that owned this vehicle, and they had a larger partner. You can see that over there. That's how you get that so the leather stretches and tears, and as a person will slide out of the chair to get in and out of the car, the more they have to slide and the more weight that they have to slide, the more how can I say this delicately? There's a big person that got in this car and got out of it. There we go. So there you go. Steering wheel is kind of worn down, but keep all that in mind whenever we're checking to see what this is going to bring inside. 9,400, 9,500, 9,600. It's going to roll out. We're still bidding on it. Every time he yelps, he's got a bid. 10,006. We're up to $11,000. I like watching Matt because he can't stay still when he's getting bids. It's funny. We're up to 11,600. 11,600. They sold it. It's understandable because it's exciting in here. I couldn't stay still either. So I'm out at this car auction. As you can see from these trees that are going in behind me, it is moving all over the place. So what does the U.S. Postal Service say? So whether it's raining or snowing or sleet or whatever, they're still going to deliver the mail, or bankruptcy, still going to deliver the mail. It's kind of the same thing with car auctions here, because if it's raining, if it's snowing, most major holidays, they're still going to run cars because they've got all of these cars that are here that are coming in, they're trade-ins from new car dealers, and they have to move them out as many as they can in 1 week because next week they got a whole nother run of cars. So if they have to skip weeks for weather or some holidays, then they're not going to have just these cars that are filling most of these spots out here. They're going to have twice as many as that coming in the next week, and they don't have room for them. So they got to sell these cars, and then they got to beg these dealers that buy them, dealers like me, okay, get them out in a timely manner so we can get the next run of cars in here. And it's a constant battle with a lot of these auctions. I hear every one of them making announcements, get your cars out, get your cars out, get your cars out. That's because they need to get these cars out and get the next run in. I know they start here as a Thursday, and they start bringing in their next run of cars on the following Monday to get them ready for the next Thursday auction. So this is something they have to deal with all the time. And most of the auctions that I go to, the only 2 days of the year that I've really ever seen them not run, it's going to be on Christmas Day and Thanksgiving. That's about it. They'll run every other holiday other than those two. Now, they probably would be off on Easter, but Easter's on Sunday, so no, none of these auctions run on Sunday. They run through the week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday are the days that these auctions run. So if you have either Thanksgiving or Christmas that falls on any of those days, that's the only days throughout the whole year that they will not have an auction. They run it every single week. Cars in, cars out, cars in, cars out. That's what happens. So I'm inside the auction at the lanes here before it's going to start, but I love this auction because they always have something cool to look at. Check that out. It's not for sale, but they have it here for storage. I think there's like some collector storage they do, but this thing is awesome, awesome, awesome. Look at that. The inside, this is original. Check all that out. So what's interesting is I don't think these seats don't move forward and back, but look how close that steering wheel is to the actual seat. I don't see a lever or any kind of mechanism to move that seat frontwards or backwards. So they had to pick the shortest person in the platoon, whatever you call the group that's going to be associated with this Jeep, to be able to drive that Jeep, because it's going to be right at somebody's stomach. It's got a cool little trailer here too. Look at all that. That's cool. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I love this kind of stuff. I would love to own something like this and just drive it through the woods and see how tough it was. Tough it is. Look at that. Cool oil can, not oil can, gas can. So awesome, awesome, awesome. Very cool. All right, we're going to check this out. It is a 2017 Cadillac Escalade. It's got 62,000 miles on it, and typically a franchise dealer will keep this to sell it on their lot as one of their nicer used vehicles, but they're not doing that. So it's here, and outside the body looks good. It needs to be cleaned up. It needs to be cleaned up, but the body looks good. Tires, it needs tires. Tires are bad on it. But other than that, outside is good. All right, we already got numbers on this. It's 30,000, brought it 31,000. Didn't even get time to introduce the car. They're already ready to bid on it. All right, inside, let's check it out. You open it up, rain board comes down. I like that feature. Inside, the seats do not look tore up or anything, but it's filthy. It's gross. There's dog hair. There's not much dog hair down here. All right. Person who owned this, there's dog hair in the console up here, but in the floorboards there's not dog hair. So does that mean, and even in the seats the dog hair is not that bad, does that mean you had your dog, its butt was sitting in this thing? Is this where it went to the potty? Is that what happened? Is that why there's dog hair just in that console up there, and then you just take the center console out and dump it out? There you go. That's what happened. That's exactly what happened. All right, we'll check it and see what it brings. All the dog hair in one spot and everything. All right, we're at 31,400. I mean 31,300, my fault. It's rolling out. Got bids still coming in. We're up to 32,300. A lot of numbers to say. We're up to 32,400. Nope, 32,500, and they sold it. 32,500, and they sold it. All right, Mama, figured out what I want for Christmas. Look at that thing. Put it on my wish list. Mama's my wife. That's what I call her. But that's what, yeah. Let's everyone in the comments say Brandon needs a new this, whatever this is. It's called the Defender Limited. That's bad. Bad. I want that. I don't got anywhere to drive it, but I want it. All right, so I want to show you something right here. Let's talk to another dealer. He's looking at this Escalade right here, and he's asking, well, why is this car even here? And he also asked, if you're going to bring this kind of car here, why don't you get it cleaned up before you bring it? And talking to like these franchise dealers, it's very curious to me, and I have this this conversation a lot with myself and a lot with you while I'm talking to you on this camera, because I don't understand. I want a franchise manager to talk. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I have no clue. They have to be smarter than me. They're running these big businesses, but like I can't even say the word business. Did you hear how I said it? But I mean, they bring this Escalade here, and we don't know, one, why it's here, why they couldn't sell it on their lot, and two, why they're not cleaning it up before. It seems like they could spend $150 to clean this thing up really nice, and it's going to bring $500 more if they clean it up. It would no, because we pay more for really clean cars than we do for cars that are not really clean. But we did find this when we were looking for it. Sorry about the sirens behind me. So I mean, just again dirty. If they clean this thing up, it'd bring more money. But this right here, we saw this in the thing, and they're not trying to hide anything. These are for the most part the sellers that come here that we see. I mean, they're good sellers. They're transparent about the things that are wrong with the cars, and they bring us good trade-ins. They're not trying to hide anything. This good thing about sellers is one reason why I like this auction. But you saw that tag in there, and that's like a mechanic or a shop's tag. So the reason why this car is here, what we can deduce from seeing that, is that they had it in their shop. They had it in a shop I'm not sure if it's theirs or another one, but they were trying to fix something. And they probably decided that it was something that was not worth fixing or something they couldn't fix. And that's the tag that's going to show the number that responds to whatever this vehicle lot number is at that particular mechanic. So that little hangy tag thing tells me that okay, it was sitting at that mechanic shop and it's not going to get fixed. So that's why it's here. That's why we figured out it's here. And but they still, even if there's a repair thing and we can figure out that there's a motor or transmission problem with it, whatever it is that's so bad that it can't be fixed, still don't know why they don't clean it up. It's very confusing to me, because it seems like they want it to bring more money. If they want it to bring more money, then they would make it presentable and make it clean. And that's how you sell stuff. You make it look good. And they're not cleaning it up. They just, I'm confused. Please, some franchise manager, explain to me, because obviously I don't know. All right, check this out. See that under the hood? Just lift it up. That's called a jump box. So what it is like a power pack, and if the alternator's bad, which won't allow the car to stay running, the auction can hook up that power pack to the car, close the hood just a little bit, and run it through the auction, so that that jump box, power pack, whatever you want to call it, will give the car enough power, enough energy while it's going through the auction to be able to run through. And that's what they need to do. They need to run through so they can sell it. All right, now at the end of the auction, we are all responsible. I say we collectively, as used car dealers who bid on cars and bought cars out here, are responsible for getting them out of this lot as quick as possible. So we have to either get cars transported, pay somebody to come pick them up, or we got to drive them out ourselves. But we got to do it very quickly, or not this auction, but some auctions can actually charge us fees for having cars sit, because they gotta turn them and burn them, they gotta roll them, they gotta get spaces emptied so they can fill them back up. And these fees sometimes at these auctions can not be cheap. So we can't use this as our storage location. So now is usually when the work starts. It's tough to go check the cars before, and it's not really tough to bid on. We're just standing there and holding our hand up and nodding our head. See Alex and me doing that every once in a while when we see us bidding on cars. But now begins the hard part. After we bought cars, get them out of here, get them to our lots, get them inspected, fix stuff. Never ending fixing stuff all the time. Our mechanic bills, Alex turning wrenches, me turning wrenches, not so much anymore. I used to turn wrenches a lot. Lots of busted knuckle days. If you've turned any wrenches on cars, you know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about busted knuckles. One of the worst feelings in the world, especially when it's cold. Yeah, now's when the work starts. We just had all our fun and games, but now we gotta go make some money. The money didn't go up high enough. The bidders didn't go up high enough. Nope, particular mechanic. So I'm getting wordy here. Okay. It's here why they couldn't sell it on their lot, and two, why they're. Yeah, I'm trying to find a couple different ones.